Hello guys, and welcome back to some more Crusader Kings II with the Old Gods expansion pack, playing as Norway. In this episode we are going to start off with something a little bit special. In a previous episode I asked you guys if you wanted to hear about the Norse, the Norse myth of creation, in the same way that, the Christian, for example, the way that they believe that the world was created in 7 days and the God did that and God did that. The Norse also had their own version, or theory, whatever, on how the world was created. And I asked you some episodes back if you wanted to hear it, because it is kind of awkward and weird, and it's kind of fucked up, to put it simple. So I thought that I find it kind of fascinating and weird. So I thought maybe you guys would be interested in hearing about it, and from all the comments I got, the most of the people commenting about my question, whether or not you wanted to hear it, was positive. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and tell you about it. So I'm kind of bad at playing and talking at the same time, at least when I have to concentrate about remembering what's going on as well as reading, because I haven't done that much preparation to it. So basically, the way that the Norse people believed that, something I kind of want to mention is that the Norse religion is not as, I guess, it's not as clear as, for example, Christianity. I mean, for example, the Christians and let's say the Muslims as well, they have, holy books and shit, which very clearly says what's true and what's not, what they believe and so on. But there's really no such thing in the Norse religion. So there's some things that I've done my best to do my research to basically try and, because there's a while why we learned this crap at school, and yes, we did actually learn a little bit about this stuff at school. That's a long time ago. I was like 6 or 7 when we did that. So yeah. So basically, there are certain parts of the mythology about how the world was created that I'm not completely sure about how went. Because certain sources say one thing and certain sources say another thing. But the general idea is the same. So basically, in the beginning, there was, I guess, 3 main places. In the north, there was a place called Nivheim. And that was a really fucking cold place with like frost and fog and stuff. In the south, there was a place called Muspelheim. That was like really hot. It was like a sea of flames and I guess lava and hot, fiery place. And down there was a guy. He was called Surt, and his job was to guard the really hot place. So that's something. And between those 2 places there was nothing at all, just huge empty space. And in that empty space, that's basically the place where the world as we see in front of us here on the map would eventually be created. So yeah, and in that huge empty space, which was called Ginnungagap, eventually there would as I mentioned, everything would start existing, I guess. So there was some ice that came from the cold place, and then some fire came from the hot place, and eventually the fire and hotness of the warm place would melt some of that ice that had made its way into the center, I guess. And that meeting between the hot and the warm or whatever created a huge troll. And I'm not talking like a troll like an internet troll like Trollolol. I'm talking like a traditional troll in Norse or Norwegian tradition or whatever. And he was huge. I'm gonna make that very clear. He was amazingly big. He was very, very, very big. So he was a very big troll, and his name was Yme. And he was basically the biggest creature that has ever existed in the history of forever. And something special about Yme was that he was both sexes. He was both female and he was male at the same time. But there was also another creature that came into existence as a result of this, the meeting between the cold and the hot. And that was a very, very big cow, and that cow was called Audhumla. So yeah, and she produced a lot of milk from her... Fuck, I should have prepared and known what that word is, but I don't. You know, the place where cows have their milk come from, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember what that's called. Anyways, but that was a lot of milk that the cow produced. I don't know if it was a he or a she. I think that doesn't really say here whether or not it was a he or a she. Never mind. No, it actually was a her. Yeah, it was her. It was a she cow. Yeah, it makes sense since she produced milk. Anyways, so she produced a lot of milk. It was so much milk that it flowed, you know, like rivers throughout the area. And that was basically the food of Yme. So he drank the milk, and that made him, you know, that allowed him to live, I guess. The cow, though, didn't really eat much, but what the cow did was that she found some salty rocks. Please don't ask me where those salty rocks came from, because I haven't read anywhere where those came from. They just came out of nowhere, really. But the point is, the cow started licking those rocks, okay? And eventually, after she had, you know, found a rock and she started licking on it, eventually, after she had licked a bit on it, hair started popping out of the rock. And after the cow licked a little bit more, a head popped out of the rock. Eventually, after the cow had licked on that rock for quite a while, an entire person came out of the rock. He was a dude, and he was very big, and he was very beautiful. He was called Bure. And yeah, he would eventually get a son who was called Bor, and he's really important, but we'll get back to him later. Because it wasn't only the cow that was in, you know, that was a part of, you know, creating kids, or people, I guess. The Yme, he also ended up creating people. He actually got kids. He didn't just lick someone out of a rock. No, he got kids. Because you gotta remember that Yme was both he was both male and female, so you can kind of see where this is going. There are two main theories that I have read about on explaining how this all happened. The first one is that out of one of his arms and out of one of his feet, kids grew. Like one kid from his arm and one kid from his feet. They fucked each other, and that basically created creatures that were called Jotner. Which are like, I think they're pretty like evil people, I guess, something like that. So that's the one theory. The other theory, which I think is a little bit more dominant, I'm not sure though, that was while Yme was sleeping, he started sweating a lot from his armpits, and out of the armpits, you know, a woman and a man grew. And exactly the purpose of that is not sure, because they didn't actually do anything. They just existed out of his sweat. And, you know, I told you guys this was kind of fucked up. So, yeah. And so they just came along, I guess. But the point is that, you know, he was both sexes, both female and male. So his feet fucked each other. And please don't ask me how that works. They just did. And once they fucked each other, that created kids. That was called Jotner. You remember, this is just two theories that leads to the same result. You know, the creation of the Jotner. I don't know how you can pronounce that in English, so I'm just going to pronounce it in Norwegian. So yeah, and they were created, and eventually though, and that was basically, and you know, more creatures started eventually coming out of these, you know, so there was basically, I don't want to say dynasty necessarily, but kind of like, shit, like a lot of people descending from the same people, so kind of like a dynasty. I don't know how you would explain it. So it was Yme's dynasty, and there was the dude, or Bure / Bor, you know, the guy that came up from, or Bure was the guy who came up from the rock, and he eventually got a guy called Bor. So that was basically the dynasty of the salty rock and shit. I don't know how to say that to make it make sense, but that happened. Eventually though, those two dynasties or families or whatever would eventually start fucking each other. I believe Bor, he was one of the people eventually fucking one of the daughters. Yeah, a Jotne daughter. No, daughter. Fucking Norwegian mixing with my English here. So she, you know, the daughter of some of those people descending from the feet of Yme fucked Bor, which was the son of Bure, the guy who came out of the salty rock. And they, shit, this is taking a long time to explain, but they would eventually create the gods, such as Odin and his brothers Vilje and Ve, And, the gods, basically. They descended from, a mixture between, those two dynasties. So, that happened for a while, but then eventually the gods, Odin and those people and his brothers, that are the main important people, they revolted against Yme. I guess they had enough of him, they didn't want him anymore, so they revolted against him, and they had like a huge battle where Odin and his brothers, they fought the Jutnir, the Jutnane, the people that descended from Yme, and Yme himself, of course, and eventually the gods won the battle. And they eventually then killed Yme, and you have to remember that Yme was freaking huge. He was like amazingly huge. So when they killed him, and I guess they sliced him or whatever, there was so much blood that came out of him that it created a wave of blood that just washed away pretty much everything around. Like all the Jutnir, the evil people or whatever, they got washed away and died. As well as the cow. She was washed down a cliff of some sort, which God knows where that cliff came from, but I guess maybe it came from the same source of the salty rocks. I don't know. So the cow, it doesn't really say whether or not the cow died or not, but it just disappeared, I guess. It has never been heard from since. So, and it's not that important anyway, so it's not a big deal. So, but there were two of those Jutnir creatures that I mentioned earlier that descended from Yme. They survived, and they would eventually, mate with each other and create more Jutnir. And they fled though, because they lost the war, I guess, against the gods, and they, created a lot of these evil creatures somewhere else, in a really misty place of sorts. So yeah, once the battle was won by the gods, they took the huge body of Yme and they placed it in the middle of the empty place between the hot place and the cold place that I talked about earlier, and they used the body of Yme to create the world. They used his the blood from his body. They used that to create the oceans. They used his flesh to create the earth, I guess, or like the land. They used his bones to create mountains and cliffs, and they used his teeth and some bones they had decided to crush up to create, gravel and, smaller rocks. And then there's also here's another thing that is sort of conflicting. I don't know which one of these two theories that are correct, but either they used his eyebrows in order to create clouds, or they used they mashed up his brain and used his brain in order to create the clouds. Never mind, it's not that important. And they took his skull, which was very big, remember, and they put it atop of the world that they had created, and that became the sky. And then they took sparkles. Is that the right word? No. Fiery things, I guess, whatever you want to call it. I don't know the English word, I'm stupid. From the really hot place that I mentioned in the beginning, and they put it on his skull, or the underside of his skull, and that became the sun, the stars, and so on. And at this point, pretty much the world had been created. One last thing that happened, though, was that out from the dead body of Yme, small worms crept out, and they would eventually develop into dwarves. Yes, dwarves. And they currently live on the earth, in caves and in caverns and places like that. Four of those dwarves, though, were really important because they were selected by the gods to hold the sky up. So you have one dwarf in the north, one in the south, one in the west, and one in the east, that were called Nordre, Vestre, Søndre, and Nordre, which kind of translates to east, west, north, and south. And they basically hold, the skull of Yme. They hold up the sky, I guess. And that's pretty much how the world was created. So once the world had been created, the gods also decided to make some more stuff. First of all, they decided to name the main world they had created for Midgard, which is basically the man, or the world of the men and stuff. They also made another world, or another place, called Åsgard, which is where the gods live. And the last thing they did was that they created humans, the people that we control and that we are. And what they did, some gods came along and they found two logs laying on a beach. And they decided to make these logs into people. So they did. And they made the logs look like themselves. So they gave them sort of godly looks, which is kind of why, you know, if you see a picture of Thor, he looks very much like a human. And that's basically because the gods designed the humans in order to look like themselves. Which, I mean, I guess they looked pretty good, so they decided to give that good looks to the humans as well. Makes sense. And from that point on, you know, humans have evolved, or not really evolved, depending on what you believe in. But if you believed in Norse religion, I guess you don't believe they evolved. Point is, from that point on, you know, history as we know it starts. And that, my friends, my subscribers, my viewers, is the way that the Norse people believed that the world was created. And wow, this little story of mine have taken a while, like 16 minutes or so, almost, I don't know. Okay, so I hope you get the idea now that you can probably agree with me that it is kind of weird, you know. So next time you go out in the forest and you look upon the trees and the grass, think about the way that, and yeah, that's something I forgot to mention, I think. Grass and trees and shit is the gods use the hair from Yme to create that. I don't remember if I mentioned that. Point is, so next time you go out in the forest and you look upon those things, you have to remember that, oh, these are not actual trees and shit. These are hair from a huge troll called Yme. And we all descend from logs that was given life by people descending from people licked out of salty rocks and, you know, kids created by feet fucking each other. Yeah, you guys can think a little bit about that while I keep playing the game. Okay, now let's get back to the Let's Play, shouldn't we? Okay, so in the last episode we conquered some more of Ireland, I believe. Yeah, so we have these 3 territories that we have to give away to. No, one, two, three. Yeah, I believe it's 3 territories that we have to give away. So why don't we just get on with that and do some of that? So let's find someone appropriate to give them away to. Ah, är det Gunnar här som sitter I my court? Gunnar, like that sounds like that's such a Norwegian name. Gunnar. Oh yeah. I don't know where I went with that, but never mind. Wow, I'm kind of like I feel weird after explaining the creation story, so excuse me if I'm a little if I'm not able to focus as much as I probably should. Anyways, one thing I wanted to check out though was, you know, the taxes that you get from these places. Okay, so 18. Ooh, 24, that's a lot. 8, okay, that's a really good province. 24. It seems like this province and this province are really good provinces. A lot better than, no, not actually that much better than the one I currently control, but I actually think I'm going to go ahead and give away these 2 instead and then keep these 2 because these are more valuable, so I don't see why I shouldn't do that. So let's find some people to give it away to. Of course we have to give it away to Gunnar. Holy shit. Gunnar, get over here. I'm gonna give you a hold. You're gonna be Count Gunnar. You're gonna be Count Gunnar of Breifne. I guess that's pronounced in Irish way, but no. It's ruled by Norwegians now, so we're gonna pronounce it in a Norwegian way. Yes. Okay. Okay. Let's find some more people to give things away to. You, for example, you look like a very good man that deserves some territory. You can have this one. And then we're gonna find some more people. You, for example, currently leading troops, but whatever. I don't care. You're gonna get a territory anyways, and you're not gonna be allowed to complain because having territories is awesome. Okay, now we got that out of the way. We did create those city and temple vassals. How many kids do we have? Yeah, we have only 1. That's cool. But this guy though. Yeah. But did I forget to give these areas to? Let's see. I'm confused right now. Because these have been given vassals. The plan was to give them away to our... Maybe we did that in the last episode. Goody. Yeah, I think that's... Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, Goody. I think that's sort of like the same thing as a bishop or priest or whatever. I don't know how the titles there work out. Yeah, that's right. We don't want to get married. Duchy of Iceland. No, I'm not going to make any duchies. I don't want to make duchies. Duchies mainly make trouble from my experience. Okay, I think that's it for that. You know what, I think we're gonna have to end this episode soon, actually. It's been... because my story took so long. But I think before we end it, though, we're gonna go ahead and do some more raiding. So I'm just gonna use the army I have here. I don't know if I have any mercenaries, though, that we can see that from here. Yeah. If I had mercenaries, I believe I would be losing quite a bit of money. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to use this army and we're going to send it down to the trade republics, as you guys have advised me to do, as well as, you know, the papacy. Because that it all sounds like a good idea to do that, so let's do it, eh? Send our huge navy down here to do some raiding. I feel like I haven't been doing enough of that because it takes so long, or it doesn't necessarily take that long, but it's kind of he's not fighting anyone at the moment. But let's just land and see how... Yeah, that's not a lot of troops. We can... What is this? It has come to my attention that Chancellor of Tyrone, Mayor... blah blah blah... threatened by recognizing a claim for his liege? Oh, a claim... I guess that's a claim for one of my territories. If not, then I most likely wouldn't have been getting that... that message. Okay, so we won here. Use the claim. What? What are your... Who? Irish? County... Oh, why should I care? He's not even within my borders. He can go fuck himself. It's only a question of time before I conquer him, so it shouldn't matter. I also need to go to war against Scotland at some point. Wow, I shouldn't... I should really be doing that right now, you know, while the Civil War is going. But because I want to claim the rest of Ireland to unite the entire island under my rule. But I mean, if I want to go to war against the Scottish, then I might as well, you know, claim all of Scotland while I'm at it. So, but no, I'm not going to bother about that in this episode. I really want to go ahead and do some raiding. Oh no, one man. That's when you know you are brave. When you completely alone charge an army of like a little bit over 4,000 people. Have we got... Yeah, we have a little bit loot that has gotten into our boats, and it's only increasing. I guess we are currently like raiding the countryside. Doesn't really say whether or not like how much left, but it doesn't matter, I guess. Okay, so now we have finished up looting the actual county, and there we occupy the place. As your men return from looting, one of them hands you an axe with a strange purple sheen and a plus etched into the handle, followed by the number 2. After weighing it carefully in your hands, you toss it aside your old grey axe in favor of the new weapon. I feel stronger! Oh, fair enough. Feeling strong at the age of 66 is kind of impressive, you know. Are we in this army ourselves, by the way, or are we leading troops? Don't really see if it's... Yeah, here we go, leading troops, because we are actually raiding this place personally. That's pretty cool. Yeah, let's speed this one up a little bit. And while this is happening, I'm kind of afraid of leaving that unattended, or like not, you know, watching what's going on over there, but I'm gonna go back here while that's happening, and I'm gonna do some build... Oh, okay, no. Yeah, they're just raising some levies now and then. That shouldn't be a problem. So we're gonna go ahead and further upgrade our territories with some... let's do these fortification things. They're cheap, and I think they give us some small bonuses. No, it only increases the 4th level, but why not? They're cheap, and I want to make sure that if I get attacked by my vassals and stuff like that, then I'm gonna have a good, you know, chance of defending, I guess. Oh, here we haven't built little castle walls here yet. We want to do that. Let's see over here. Yeah, we own these one now, so yeah, these are pretty good pretty decently upgraded. Want to upgrade the castle towns though, because those are the most important ones. I'm kind of using a lot of money right now, but I'm confident that I'm gonna get quite a lot when, you know, conquering this place down here. Or not conquering, sieging, I guess. Yeah, we already have like 100 and... Oh, there we go. We conquered a place. Or we didn't conquer it. Why do I keep saying that? We looted a place. Does it say how much loot's in the place? Base tanks doesn't say for sure how much loot's going on. I don't know how much loot we're gonna get from this. I really do not. When you select it right here, you can see the loot. Yeah, we can't see it here though because we're currently occupying it, I guess. Local tax. That's not too bad. Oh, you're no longer steward. That's fine. We're just gonna get a new one. So yeah. Okay, you... how more... yeah, there's still a couple of holdings that we need to take. What's this? Sure, whatever. I don't care. I don't remember... okay, there we looted that place. Oh, we're a Viking now. Okay, finally. That's kind of lame though, that we got it at the age of 68. Wow, have we been doing this for so long? Like, I think it was... we were 66 when last time I checked. These sieges really take a long time. But that's what I'm talking about. That's sort of what I dislike about looting. It takes so long to finish things up that, you know, you lose a lot of things that you might want to do. Gets sort of you lose a lot of opportunities when you're down here raiding. Ooh, that hurts. That hurt. Okay, that's bad. Okay, never mind. Bad idea to try and assault that place. Okay, I guess we know. Oh shit, we okay, we got defeated. Yeah. I'm gonna take that as a symbol of me I'm gonna get the hell out of here now, just in case they start raising mercenaries or something like that, because I don't have too many men. Ooh, we're gonna go through the rivers of Russia. That's historical though. The Vikings actually did this. There's talks of them. I think they derped about in Constantinople at some point. I don't know if they looted it, but you know, the Varangian Guard, they were Norse people, Vikings if you want. So yeah, let's get into port. And why do you have to go to that one? I guess I selected it. And bam, 370, you know, point something gold. Sweet. So we made back pretty much all the money that we spent, I think, which is nice. Or not all of it, I guess, but still, it's a decent chunk. Our army is pretty depleted right now, so we're gonna go ahead and disband it, as well with our boats. See if there are anyone that we're... yeah, there's still some men, but we're just gonna disband them as well. So yeah, that was a nice little raid. I want to do more of those. Like down here, this would be a nice place to loot. It seems like there's already some of it that has already been looted. That's not good. It's not gonna help us out. They're actually fighting the Kingdom of Italy at the moment, though, so I don't know if that's going to be to my advantage or to my problem. What? To my... no. If that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing, I guess. More practical way to say it. We could go down and try and raid Jylland again. Because we didn't get rid of this guy. He's still alive, and that's not good. No, we're temperate. Okay, here's the thing. Where's my... yeah, I don't know where you are, but you are not going to do what you're currently doing. I want him to make problems for the King of Jylland. So I'm gonna start, let's see, direct vassals. So what's the most powerful vassal of Jylland? No, I meant to click that one. Okay, here we go. I'm not sure though what lands... are these Jylland? They are, okay, so Sylvia of Kent. All of these seem to be like, I don't know what his most powerful vassal is. Shalan Jylland. Shalan seems pretty powerful, decently powerful, whatever. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and make this one into a we're gonna try and sow dissent down here. Nope, I meant to click the button and go down there. That's good. Who's this and what are you? Currently on derp, that's my guy. I was thinking that this army was my guy and the other guy was... anyways, never mind that. I really need to start... when I die and this guy comes to power, I'm gonna start doing some, you know, raiding immediately in order to get the Viking traits. And what's your problem? Why are you plotting? Stop plotting, please. Just no. Just stop plotting, okay? Yeah, yeah, forgive you, blah blah. Can we bloot now? Can we bloot? Bloot, 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 bloot. Nope, no bloot. No bloot was held that day. Okay. Okay. Oh, barracks. Yeah, barracks. I want to have some barracks. Want to be able to raise more troops. We need that. Let's get some. Yeah, let's upgrade this one. How is our troops doing? Yeah, no shit. That's what we need. This guy to go ahead and replenish our guys, so that we can get back into raiding as quick as possible. They're actually replenishing quite quickly. I guess that it has been a while. We are like almost 70 now, but still. Anyways, okay, I think at this point though we have to start thinking about further expanding our empire, or kingdom, whatever. So he's currently fighting a bunch of people. Holy word for you, Ludwig. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. For a long time now, I've been wanting to kill this guy. Because he's Norse, and that's going to allow us to do subjugation, so in one war we can conquer all of Scotland, which would be a nice addition to our kingdom, and that would really make us a lot more powerful. But I think I want to save up quite a bit of wealth before we do that, simply because I believe he is, you know, in the big picture he's more powerful than I am, because the lands of Scotland are more valuable than the lands of Norway. I think that's how it is anyways. Let's take a look at that, actually. We don't have too much, and we don't have too much other things to do. 12, 12, 4. Oh, they seem to be pretty shitty. 6. Some of these are pretty decent. Let's see how the Norwegian do. I think 4 is pretty much like the minimum amount of areas. 8. That's pretty good, actually. Oh, I guess yeah, our places are actually quite decent in comparison to Scotland. Yeah. No, we should be able to. We should be able to not win a war against them. At least since we have done these guys, and they are currently replenishing, and there's quite a lot of troops in these areas that we can raise. So we're gonna make sure that they are fully replenished, or as replenished as they can be, I guess. How's the situation over in Trøndelag? Yeah, they're close to being full. Are there any provinces that are not as fully replenished? Not really. I guess it's the Irish ones. Yeah, it is. Okay, so let's bring you over to Ireland instead to replenish the Irish troops. Truce are expiring. Tyrone? No! We can go against him again. That's a nice little thing. We might want to do that. I don't know if we want to do that before. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Dublin, you are... Independence War. Okay, we cannot let this chance go away from us. We need to quickly get in here and take this place. Like now. We don't have any time to waste. We need to conquer this place right now. So let's raise... I'm just gonna raise the locals. The Irish people can be the people to conquer Irish territory, I guess. Because I don't want to mess around with all the boats and the stuffs and the things that I usually do. So let's just not bother about that, eh? You're not them. Let them go over there. Yeah, they're turning into quite the army here. No longer spy master. We are like outliving our spy masters like crazy here. We're gonna recruit that really old guy. Oh no, they're sieging my territory. What will I do? I will kill them. That is exactly... Oh, no character. No, that's not good. Gonna put a character in there. Put a general into his place. Okay. Now let's get killing here. And then we will get sieging. I don't know how many troops there are around here though. Like how much force is in the... that's not too much. This should be fine. Every 12 days. Okay. Sure, we'll wait this one out. I don't want to do the same thing I did last time. How are we doing on technology? Like, how close are we? I've been wondering whether... Are there something I haven't... Oh, we can upgrade a bunch of stuff. Okay. Huh, let's do that then. Let's do heavy or light. What's the most dominant part of our forces? Heavy infantry, light infantry. It seems to be pretty balanced. But overall, quite a bunch of heavy infantry actually. So yeah, we're going to improve our technology for heavy infantry. Like that. We're also going to go ahead and do more... Okay, I can't do more legalism for some reason. I don't understand why I can't do that. Why you no upgrade? I don't know what that's all about, but never mind. Let's not bother about that, hey? Kinda want to bother about that, though. Base 3. I don't know what that's all about. Never mind. Oh, it's our points maybe. Cultural. Yeah, that's the point we have, and we need 300 or something. 373. So we still got quite a way to go. Okay, okay. Let's do something else while we're working on it then. Different culture. Yeah, you might want to do this one though. I don't know if that's going to apply for because we are going to conquer a lot of the British Isles, so that's going to be helpful, I guess, to have that. But Majesty, Prestige. No, I can get that other vassal. City vassal opinion, yeah, that I might want to get that actually. No, feudal. We want to get this one. Feudal vassal opinion. Oh, we can do this one as well. And okay, let's do that. Make the vassals like me. Oh, we can do another one as well. Holy shit! Bam. Why not? Why the fuck not? Castle infrastructure. No town infrastructure. City guard, militia, training. Where's the thing that allows me to get bigger cities? Like castle cities? I think maybe it's in here. Let's just try that one. You can also upgrade light infantry. I guess we want... No, let's upgrade... Nah, fuck it. Let's upgrade light infantry. Okay, so now our military is more advanced. That's good. It's gonna help out in this siege, hopefully. I don't know if it actually is going to do that, but... Who cares? The good thing about conquering Dublin, one of the main reasons that I want to get it, is because it's... Okay, off to the dungeons. Sure. The reason is because this is a... let's see this place. When it's that few people in it, I'm not too afraid of you know, assaulting. At least when we have that many men, because this region is actually Norse, both in culture and in religion. So that's hopefully going to help the religion and the culture spread to the other regions of the area. It's going to take a while, but it's hopefully going to happen eventually. Here's something I wonder though. Being incorporated de jure into the Kingdom of Norway. Yes, that's what I want to make happen. I want to make that happen, but for some reason these areas are not getting incorporated. Not that I know why. Is there a particular reason why they're not getting incorporated into the kingdom? No, it doesn't seem like. Because I think that would be kind of cool to have like the de jure Kingdom of Norway stretch all the way. I want to like destroy the kingdom titles of Scotland and England and make them all Norway. So it's just going to be Norway everywhere. Okay. But yeah, I think we're going to end the episode here. It's as a result of, you know, my intro explaining the creation mythology of the Norse. It's been quite a long episode. So I think we're going to end it here. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Crusader Kings II: The Old Gods, the Norwegian campaign. And until next time, bye.